Hello everyone, this is MJ and welcome to this channel. In this video, we are going to build a responsive navigation bar using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let me show you what we are going to create in this video. This is a website navigation bar. This is what we see on the internet every day. Home, about, portfolio and contact. When I hover over the home page, the color changes from white to blue and then our logo is on the far left. Let me show you how it is going to look like on your mobile devices or smaller devices. This is how it's going to look like on your Galaxy phone. You see that here, the menu, those navigation links turns to this hamburger icon that you can click on it. The moment you click on it, it changes to an X close button, and then it displays your nav links. This is on Galaxy phone. Let's look at another device. There are so many devices here that you can check it out yourself. Pixar, and then at the side looks like a Pixar, and then Samsung. Many people use iPhone SE. This is how it's gonna look like on an iPhone, and then let's say Samsung. This is how it's gonna look like on a Samsung phone. So our project or our navigation bar is highly responsive, which means you can use it on any device, no matter the size of the device. Okay. All right. So let's start building this project. We are going to use VS Code editor to build this project. Okay. If you don't have VS Code editor, just come to Google, and then you search for VS Code. Click the first link. Make sure you download and install this. If you're on Windows, just go ahead and click download. But if you're using maybe Mac or Linux, you can now choose your own version of operating system. Download and install. Okay. Alright, after installing, let's come back to our desktop. This is where we are going to create our project folder. I am going to create a project folder on the desktop. Let me go ahead and quickly create a folder. Let me name my folder responsive Navbar. You can name your folder any name of your choice. Since we have already downloaded and installed our VS Code, I will just go ahead and open this folder inside our VS Code. The folder we've just created is open now in VS Code. As you can see here, responsive navigation bar, that's the name of the folder, right? We need one live saver extension for VS Code. So hover over the extension icon inside your VS Code, click on it, and then you search for live saver. Live saver is a VS Code extension that is going to help us to view our project live on our web browser while we are building it. Okay, so search for this extension lifesaver. It's lifesaver, please, not liver saver, lifesaver. That was an error. This extension, okay, make sure you install this extension. Look at the author or the developer, and then this extension has over 38 million active downloads. Just install this extension inside your VS Code. When you're done installing, come back, just close everything, and then you come back on Explorer. All right. We are going to start creating our files. We need basically 3 files for this project: the index.html file, our style sheet, and then our JavaScript file. Okay, let's quickly create them. The create file icon, index.html, styles.css, and then our main JavaScript main.js. Let's close this to have more working space. All right, let's start with our index with emmet exclamation sign, and then you hit the enter key on your keyboard. It's going to install the HTML boilerplate. The first thing we are going to do is to give our project a title. Okay, so where we have title right here, give your project a title. I am going to name mine responsive navigation bar using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. By the way, you can give any title of your choice. Okay, you can name your project any title of your choice. With the extension we just installed, looking at the taskbar of your VS Code, you see below a button Go Live. Okay, just click on this button to go live. Alright, our newly created project has been opened inside our Chrome, inside our web browser. Okay, as you can see, we have just changed the title, right? Created the title of our project. So if you come on your Chrome browser, the title of your project, if you hover your mouse over this is the title we just created. Responsive navigation by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that's the function of the lifesaver. It's automatically updating our work as we build. Okay, so let's go quickly and link our styles and main files. So I am going to unlink styles the CSS, and then right here script main.js. I'm giving it a relative file because they are in the same folder as the index.html. Alright, let's start creating our markup. We create a nav with the class of Navbar, Inside our navbar, let's create our logo and tag with the class of logo. And I would like our logo to be inside an h3 tag. Let's put the name of our logo. That's our logo. Let's create our list item UL with the class of nav menu. And then let's create our list item with the class of nav item. This should be our home page. I'm just gonna duplicate this 3 more times. And then this should be our about, portfolio, portfolio, and of course our contact page. Right, with the finished project, let me show you something. With the finished project, when you are on smaller devices, you see this hamburger menu, right? Let's go ahead and print that with our project. Under the list item, I am going to create a div with the class of hamburger. Okay? And inside this class, I need to respond to the class of bar. 1, 2, 3. Response with the class of bar. And that's pretty much it with our HTML. Okay, let's go ahead and save this project. This project is not saved. And how can you know your project is not saved when you see this white dot at the top of your project? It means this project is not saved. Let's go ahead and Control S. Immediately I save my project, it's displayed inside our web browser. That is with the head of the lifesaver. Okay, that is it for our HTML. Let's go now to our style sheet. Let's remove all these default margins and paddings by default. Some browsers are like that. Margin 0, padding 0. Box sizes should be border box. Control C S, and that is looking good. I have a software that you can pin an application on your screen, right? So I'm just gonna pin this application, so much so that if I click here, this one should stay on top. It should always be on top. Okay, I want you to be seeing what I'm doing. Now let's go and now target our navbar, right? Our navbar, let's give it a display, turn it into a flex box, justify content space between line item center. Let's give it a width of 100%. Give it a mean height of 70 pixels. Give it a background color. I like this color, but you can give any color. You can use any color of your choice. Okay. Let's give it some padding. Padding top and bottom 0, left and right. Let's give it 30 pixels left and right. That is good. Realize that we cannot even see our text. Okay. Let's select all our anchor text and give it a color of white. Okay. That is good. I don't want the underlines and then the list items or the bulleted, the bullet point. Let's get rid of those bullet point. All our list list type is none. That is going to get rid of the bullet. And then here text decoration. Text decoration should be none. That's gonna get rid of the underline. Alright, that's good. Now let's take our nav menu. Remember we gave this a class of nav menu, right? This is it, nav menu. Okay. We want to turn it into a flex container, display flex. Give it a gap because they're squashed together. We don't want that. Let's give it a gap of 3 rem to space them. Alright, that looks better. The font size is really small. Okay, since they are list items, right? Sorry, let me show you what I'm talking about. They are list items, right? I am just going to go here and give them a font size. Font size of 1.5, right? Let's see how it looks like that. That looks better. Oh, but our logo is very small. Remember, we gave it a class of logo, right? Let's target our logo and give it font size 2 rem. 1 rem is equal to 16 pixels, so 2 rem should be 32 pixels. Okay, I prefer to use rem because rem is very good in terms of scaling the website. Okay, on different devices. Alright, realize that with a finished project, when you hover over, we have this hover effect, right? So let's go ahead and add that hover effect on our links. So we are going to select our nav menu, right? And then all the A's, give it a transition. Let me put this up a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Transition of all 300 millisecond is in an hour. Okay, let's save that, and then I'm just gonna add that hover effect. Nav menu, A, hover. When you over, I want the color to be this Dodger, the Dodger blue color. Okay, let's save and see. When you hover, look at the moment I bring my mouse over it. All right, the color changes to this Dodger blue. That looks good. Okay, so let me show you something with our finished project. When you are on a smaller device, you realize that you don't see the menu, you just see the hamburger icon. And when you're on a bigger device, you don't see the hamburger icon, you see just the links, right? So right here, I don't want the hamburger icon to display. Let's go ahead and hide that and give it a class of hamburger, right? Hamburger, please spell it correctly. Display none, give it a cursor pointer. That is great. So it's gonna push this. Alright, this is good. That is pretty much it with the desktop version. Okay, let's fix the bars. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. This bar, I want us to fix it inside our CSS. Alright, give it a class of bar. Let's first of all display block because I want them to stack over each other. Right? That's why I'm giving it a display of block. Let's give it a width. 25 pixels, 25 pixels. Height, just about 3 pixels. Let's give some margin. Margin, right? Let's give it 5 pixels top and bottom. And then auto should be at the center, left and right. Okay. Let's give it some WebKit transition. WebKit transition of all millisecond please. Alright, I just want us to copy just up to this extent, just this much, and then paste below. Alright, so I would like to give it a background color of one color of white, and then save. Okay, that looks good. So if you are, that's it, that's much about it. Now we are done with our mobile version, oh sorry, desktop version of our navigation bar. We are pretty much done with it. So let's go to our media query. We fix that for our smaller devices. A media max width of 768 pixels. That should be the breakpoint. Okay. I want to display my hamburger. Display blocked. What am I saying? When the screen or the width of the screen is 768 pixels or lesser, that's maximum width, right? The hamburger should be displayed. All right, let's see that. This is it. It displays now. So if I should expand above, this is the breaking point. You see, when it is above 768 pixels, the hamburger will display none. When below it displays. Above, display none. Okay. All right. At the same time, I don't want to see this, but let's finish with the hamburger. Give them some active class so that we can target it inside our CSS. Sorry, JavaScript. Active var. Use the pseudo selector, the enchine tool. I'm gonna give it an opacity of 0. Opacity of 0. Let me just copy this very quick. Okay, and then I want to target the first child this time. The first child. This time I want to transform. Transform. Transform and translate on the y-axis. Like 8 pixels. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this bar, right? You see, when you click on it, the middle child, the middle bar is completely transparent. You cannot see. And then the first child, this one, transform. I'm transforming the first child, and then I want to translate it. Translate on the y-axis 8 pixels, and then I'm going to repeat 45 degrees. Okay. Right. I'll do same with the. Let me just copy this. I'll do same with this. With the third child. I'll do same with the third child instead of this. I'll give it a minus 45 degrees. See, that's pretty much it with our. But when you click, nothing happens. That's okay. Now let's target our nav menu. Nav menu. Give it a position. Position of fixed. Give it left 100, then let's give it minus 100%. I should then give it a top of 70 pixels. And if it is so that you can see top 70 pixels, let's give it a width. It should be 100%. And then I don't want any gap should be 0. X align should be at the center. Give it a flex direction. Flex direction should be color. See if this completely goes away. Right, I want to give it the same background color of 3. Alright, that will be good. Alright, so let's give this an nav menu active so that we will target this inside our JavaScript. I want to give left. When it is active, left should be 0. Okay, that will be good. Now these items, I want to give them some margins when on a mobile device. Nav item margin of top and bottom just like 16 pixels. Left and right should be 0. That's pretty much it. Okay, we have given this some active classes here, right? and child first. Alright, and we also do this. So it's time for our JavaScript. Let's make our website interactive. Okay. So when we click nothing happens, that's because we have not implemented the JavaScript yet. So let's come here inside our JavaScript. Let's define all our constants, hamburger. I just want to give you any constant name of your choice. Document dot query selector. I'm going to select the hamburger menu. Let's create another constant to the nav menu. Equal to document dot query selector. The query selector nav menu. Make sure you spell it correctly, please. Nav menu. Then you close. Let's go ahead and add our event listener to the hamburger. But add event listener. Click at the click event. Then we are going to use ES6 arrow function. So when you click on this, what should happen? That is what we are going to implement right now. When you click, the hamburger class list active. Not. Remember, we gave it an active class. Should be active. Yeah. Right. We just copy this to save time. I don't want this video to be too long. And then please in here, and then let's change this to nav menu. Right. Class list active. Let's save that and try it out. This is our project. Let's click here and see if it works. Okay, this is good. When you close, click, and you close, click, and you close. But this is happening so fast. I don't want that. Alright. I want it to be like this one. You see the transition is very similar, right? In, out. So let's come back to our nav menu inside our CSS and give it some transition. Maybe of 300 seconds. Let's see. Okay, that is good. That is pretty good right there. Can also give some transition here. That's pretty much it. Don't worry about that. Transition is not necessary for the links. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon. Thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something.